Good evening, everybody. Welcome into another Sober Dad Sunday. My name is Matt. I'm glad y'all are with us either tonight, live on Sunday night, 10 o'clock Eastern, or whenever you might be engaging. Sober Dad Sunday is a place where I, who am a sober dad, uh, share thoughts, ideas, things that I have been learning and reflecting on from fatherhood, from being in recovery, or just life in general. Kind of throw them out there and ask you guys to interact as well. You don't have to be a sober person or sober curious to participate. You don't have to be a dad or a parent at all. Matter of fact, you don't even have to be doing this on Sunday. You can check it out on Facebook and YouTube anytime. But I'm really glad you're here with us tonight. Um, this morning, here in Louisville, Kentucky, I guest preached for a friend of mine who is out of town in her congregation. It's a lovely place. They've been kind enough to invite me there a couple of times, and they keep inviting me back, which is pretty cool. But I spent 20 years in local churches every single Sunday, up front, robe on, the whole shebang. And then, for a lot of reasons, a number of years back, we made a move to where I was not up front in the church anymore. I was sitting in the pews. Started doing ministry outside the congregation. And there are some things about the congregation that I miss, one of them being preaching. It's a really great thing. There's a lot of things I don't miss. I don't miss refereeing fights over carpet colors and other dumb junk that goes with that. And the I got to a place where the things that were good and life giving were outweighing the things that just drug me down. And that's where I knew I needed a change. And I'm glad I did. I'm in a much better place as far as vocationally, to say nothing of having a more healthier life, having cut alcohol out and entered in the recovery process. But today, and as I'll do from time to time, I'll guest preach you to those things in various places. And it's always interesting for me to do that because it's getting back into a groove of something I was used to for a very long time that I don't do regularly anymore. I still like. And yet, when I do that, I wonder, oh gosh, when I can be out of practice, is this going to stink? And at least today, I don't know if the other times I guest preach, it's cool. I can just kind of slide right back in. It feels good and familiar. I more or less know what I'm doing because I did it for so long, and those reflexes are still there in a lot of ways. I don't quite have the rhythm of the weekly writing process the way that I did, because that's something that you just don't do unless you're doing it every single week. But nevertheless, it felt really good. It was reconnecting with something that was good and life giving for me. Not enough to sign up to be the pastor of a church again, but it led me to wonder for others, what is it like when you start picking up something that used to be part of your life but just isn't a regular part anymore for whatever reason? And I don't mean something bad that you had to walk away from. I don't mean in the sense of, hey, if you haven't drank for a long time, what's drinking like again? That can be a destructive thing. I mean in the good sense. Some things that are, you know, that were good and helpful, and for whatever reason, there may not be as much of a regular part of your life anymore. Maybe it's because you're a parent and your time and priorities are just different, and you don't get out there and play basketball as often as you used to, or indulge in a certain hobby as much as you used to. I don't get to play guitar nearly as much as I did when I was younger because, my time and my energies are just different now. Maybe it's because you're a parent, or maybe it's because you've gotten into recovery, you're getting sober, and you're rediscovering certain things that you lost along the way. I've heard a lot of people, when they get sober, they get back into exercising or sports that they had been into and just didn't do for a long time because, it's hard to get out there and run first thing in the morning if you're hungover from the night before. So, what I'm wondering for all you guys out there, what's it like? If you are trying back on something that used to fit you really well, and for whatever reason, it's just not as regular part of your life anymore, but then you slip that back on, what's it like? Are those reflexes still there? Does something about that remind you of the joy that it once brought you in your life? Does it even feel good enough for you to want to try to figure out how you can make it more of a regular part of your life again? For me, preaching today was great. I enjoyed it. It's a congregation I've gotten to know, so I can speak to things in the lives of certain people, and I'm really glad I did it. Again, not enough to take on the burdens of pastoring a church again, not anytime soon, if ever. But it felt good. It was affirming, something that I was good at and I'm still good at. So curious what that's like for you guys. I invite you to drop comments down below here, either on Facebook or on YouTube, and I will throw in the link to the video of the service from the church that I was at today, just in case you're curious about uh, seeing what it is I was up to today. Let's drop those comments down there. What's it like for you when you get something back out of the closet, as it were, that used to be part of your life that you're trying back on again, and just seeing how it feels? Thanks again for tuning in tonight or whenever you're tuning in. Always great to have you guys as part of the conversation. As always, I wish all of you peace and blessings as you go throughout your week. And I encourage you to give your best of your time, your energy, and everything you got to being the best version of yourself for the people around you, because they're worth it. And most of all, give your best to becoming the best version of yourself for you, because you're worth it.